Hello folks, the snow's back. I was complaining on the last video about not having any separation with the background, with the trees. I haven't got that excuse today. Just look at this. I'm absolutely dressed up to the nines here. I feel like Nanook of the North. I wish I knew who Nanook of the North was. My mum always used to say that to me. Same with Soft Mick. I'd love to meet these people. But yeah, today I've come to a spot that I've not shot before, and I had a bit of business through at Penrith. I'm going to be picking up a huge 72-inch acrylic print for a client, and while I was through this way, I thought it's too good an opportunity not to call in here and see if I can get something in this snow, because it's a spot that really suits sort of falling snow. If you've watched any Lake District vlogs, it might be a place that you're familiar with, but it's a new one for me because I don't live all that close to here. So yeah, hopefully we'll get something half decent. Now I just want to quickly just discuss something that might be a bit of the elephant in the room a little bit, in that shooting through this period of lockdown for landscape photographers. Now, for me, in my position as a full-time photographer and a gallery owner, I haven't really got the ability to stop shooting through this period because my business requires a constant turnover of new images, and if I just sit at home for 3 months and don't take any pictures, I might not have a business to come back to. So yeah, I'll be continuing to shoot through this period locally, of course. I mean, I'm very lucky in the Lake District. A lot of this is on my doorstep, so I don't really have to travel too far anyway. But I mean, there's a lot of you watching who are do it for a hobby, obviously, and might want to take pictures on your daily exercise. I mean, I can't advise you against that. It's a huge grey area, and you've really just got to do what's right for you. As long as you're operating within the guidance and you're doing everything safely, then I think that's all you can ask of people. But for the time being, I'll be continuing to shoot locally, certainly not putting anyone at risk. I mean, I won't be going up any big mountains or anything because I don't really want to put that risk on the mountain rescue. But yeah, I'll continue to shoot. Hopefully you'll enjoy these videos, and they might provide a little bit of light relief for you during this sort of lockdown period. But stay strong, look after yourself, and I'll see you in a bit when I've got to something that grabs me. Okay, so I quite like the look of this shot I've got set up. These two trees sort of mimic each other in shape. I mean, you can see how over the years up here the wind has just battered these trees, and they're all almost bent over double. So it's, they've all got loads and loads of character, and these conditions I'm shooting in today just, really add to that. In terms of the focal length and whatnot, I'm shooting at, let's have a look. I'm shooting at about 70mm. And I've got the 24 to 200 on. A lot of people have been asking me about this lens since I got it. Now, granted, I've only had it a month and a half, but impression so far is absolutely brilliant for the money and the versatility of it. I mean, it just can't be faulted. Just briefly branching off from this shot, when I changed over, my headache, if you like, was what I was going to do with the telephoto option. Now, I could have converted my old telephoto, which was a sort of poorer 70 to 300. I could have got a 70 to 200 f mount and used the Z mount adapter, or I could have got this lens. Now, there's a really helpful review I watched, and it's a bit dry in that it's just a sort of test chart type review, but what it does do is it measures the 24 to 200 against the 70 to 200 f4, and to be honest with you, there was barely any difference in them. They're virtually the same image quality wise, but this one obviously has the added bonus of being a lot wider, so it's a lot more versatile. It's a bit lighter, and also it's native to the Z mount. So really, when all those things were factored in, it was a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest. So I'm shooting with the 24-200, about 70mm. The shot itself, I've upped my ISO quite a bit. I'm at ISO 640, and that's to try and freeze some of this snow that's falling. I really want to sort of bring out that atmosphere, and yeah, that should achieve that, hopefully. The only downside to this lens is because it's variable aperture, I can't stop it, well, I can't get it wide enough that I can get a really soft background. I'm at f6.3, but I mean, that should do for this shot, really, to be honest. Nice minimalist shot. I think there'll be plenty more of these today. I've got the pressure focus again today. Well, I've got the fear in a different way though, not fear from being in the wrong place. I'm pretty sure I'm in the right place today, but the fear of not being able to do these conditions justice. I mean, just magnificent. I would say in terms of shooting snow, this is as good as I've ever had it, to be honest. So I'm praying I come away with some stuff that I'm happy with today. This shot I'm going for here, just ultra clean, ultra simple. Lone tree, you've got those branches at the top caked in snow, and then we've got a couple of little patches in the foreground of grass, just to sort of break up the minimalism a little bit and add just a little bit more interest to the shot. But yeah, it's just absolutely magnificent. I really hope I can do this place justice today. The shots I was taking further back as well, I'll put those up on the screen as well, or some of the B-roll. Yeah, just a case of just playing around with focal length. One of those trees back there, it had a lovely sort of curve to it, and yeah, I was just sort of coming closer to it, then coming further away to it. I mean, this 24-200 is such a versatile lens in these conditions. I don't think I'll probably ever need to get another telephoto for this system, but yeah, I'll put this on the screen now. Same as before, nice fast shutter speed. I'm just trying to freeze some of that snow as it's coming down, and yeah, absolutely wonderful. I'm just having to be very quiet here. I've seen pictures of these horses, ponies? I'm useless. I've just been getting the longer lens out and just going in close and taking a few different compositions. I'm acutely aware that I might not get this opportunity again to shoot in these conditions, and yeah, it's absolutely magnificent. I'm not an emotional guy, but if conditions were ever going to set someone off for being a little bit emotional, these would probably be it, because yeah, I've been shooting a while now, and I've never shot in conditions like this, and yeah, it's just a privilege to be up here. So I'll post up a couple of these pictures of these lovely horses, and yeah, just wonderful. Okay, so I've been wading through this stuff. You can see it's like, it's up to, some parts it's up to my knees here. It's really quite tricky sort of getting across this stuff. I think I said in my last video that when you you know, you're tramping around heavy snow, it's quite tiring. And while this isn't a tall fell by any stretch, you can see in this shot that I've got set up, we're on quite a sort of steep gradient, so I've just been sort of bushwhacking it around trying to find a composition. The one that I'm showing you on the screen here, that was a bit of a failed attempt, I think. I mean, I might change my mind when I get it back on the computer, but if you'll indulge my waffling for a bit, when you come out shooting woodland, I mean, woodland isn't my forte. I don't do a massive amount of it, and the one thing that's kind of working against me a little bit today is that I'm not familiar with this location, so, you know, you can't beat local knowledge. But when I'm in woodland, I always find that it's a bit easier to work with if you're working on the fringes of it. I mean, I've just been walking through the sort of denser part, and there's so much going on that it's quite hard to sort of simplify the shot. And the shot I was going for there, I was looking for a sort of tunnel out of the woods, if you like, but I think there's a bit too much dead space in the middle of that shot for it to work. But I've just come out, as I say, onto the fringe area, but maybe about 100 yards from where I was last. Stop moving around, come on. The face tracking on this, it jumps all over the place. This shot, I think, is probably going to be, well, certainly in terms of simplicity and appeal to me, this is the most attractive looking shot I've found today. Maybe barring those horses, that was absolutely fantastic shooting those. But this shot, it's giving me that sort of simplicity that I'm after, while still retaining a bit of the woodland in the shot. It's not super minimal, you know, one tree on its own. We've got a nice sort of cluster here. Again, I'm on the 24 to 200. I'm about 40mm, and again, reasonably fast shutter speed just to catch these falling snowflakes as they come down. Tree in the foreground, nice bit of recession into the background with the sort of softening that the snow's giving me. I'm at 6.3 on my aperture, so again, I just want that background to just soften up a little bit. I certainly don't want those trees in the background to be sharp. But yeah, if this ends up being the last shot of the day, what a day I've had. But yeah, let's see how we get on here. Right, I'm going to start making my way back down the fell now and back to the car, because I've only got about an hour's decent light left, and as I mentioned earlier, I've got to get to the printers to pick up this big acrylic. So yeah, I mean, what a day, what a privilege as well. I mean, first time I've been here, really pleased I chanced it, because I suspect I'll never get conditions like this as good as this again up here. So yeah, it's been really good. I must admit, I have struggled a little bit, because I mean, I'm new to this place. I've never been here, so I'm kind of sort of finding things as I go and just sort of making it up as I go along a little bit. But looking at the stuff on the back of the camera, they look pretty decent. I mean, you're never quite sure until you get them back on the PC and process them. But I mean, if I haven't got a couple of half decent ones there, really, I want shot in these conditions. But yeah, what a day. I'm probably going to finish up. I mean, if I see anything on the way back to the car, I might stop and film it and talk you through it. But I suspect I'm probably done for the day, because wading through this this snow that's, you know, knee deep at times, it's I've been out here for about 4 or 5 hours now, and the legs are really starting to feel it a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna head back. But keep liking and subscribing. I'm nearly up to 2,000 subs now, which is yeah, really pleased with that, given I've not really been doing it that long. But I'm pleased you're really enjoying these videos, and yeah, as I say, like, subscribe, all that, you know what to do. Ring the bell for the notifications, because I'm looking at the analytics, there's quite a lot of people don't watch from notifications. So yeah, please do ring the bell notification icon, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.